Hello, my name is Leah, the owner of Divine Guides, and I'm doing my fourth video for all the zodiac signs for January 2016. And by the way, Happy New Year's! I know some of you are probably still celebrating because you know how you Tauruses are, as you guys over party. So, ring it in for me. Anyways, we're going to do a 5-card spread for the month of January. And the first card will discuss your current situation in January. Your second card will be your expectation. Your third will be hidden influences. Your fourth will be advice. And then the fifth card will be the outcome for January. I'll go ahead and pull your guys' cards. Your first card is the Knight of Michaels. This is the energy that you guys are entering, 2016 with. It's where you can be free, make courageous choices to change your situation, and not seeing things clearly. So you're entering the new year in a little bit of confusion. You can be freed from the situation, but you have to have the courage to speak your mind and make the right choices. And you kind of have to do a lot of inner work in the beginning of the month. Okay? And your expectations, which is good to have, is the Knight of Ariel. And Ariel has to do with your communication, so you have to stay determined to move forward and be prepared for any opportunities that arise in January for you. And it is a little confusing starting, but as you communicate and feel your way through this situation, it gets better. And it's all about expressing, using the right dialogue when communicating your wants and your needs and your actions. Hidden influences is the Ace of Michaels, which is a really good card to have. It's wonderful new ideas come to you, and don't allow any bumps in the roads that can hinder any of your communication problems with others. You just need to stay focused, determined, have the courage to speak your truth, speak how you feel, and by having the courage to do that, you just release a lot of things that you really can't see yet. And as Tauruses, it's very hard to be vulnerable to people about how you feel, and take the courage to say, hey, I feel this way, or I feel that way. And that's where the Ace of Michael comes in and gives you the courage to say that and be determined of the possibilities of things opening up when you do express how you feel and your wants and needs. And as Tauruses, sometimes you just need to say that, and hey, I felt this way when you did this, and I know it may be a little small thing, but by you being vulnerable and having the courage to say that, it just releases so much confusion. And advice is the decision, which is Archangel Jophiel. Release yourself from which holds you back, and you need to detox unnecessary worry and self confidence. So right now you have a decision to make, and you're not seeing things clearly, and by you communicating and being determined to move forward, even though you don't really know what it is, when you make this decision, it's a time to release from yourself and know that this is not going to hold you back anymore, but you need to express your feelings in ways that you never expressed them before, because if you hold all that in or suppress them as a Taurus and as a earth-bound zodiac sign, you're not grounded. You're a very grounded person, but you need to be more open-minded, more vulnerable into how you communicate things with others, rather with others. You know how to communicate well with yourself. It's just communicating that with others in your decision makings, and not always making decisions on your own. You need to include more people in the decision factors. It's not just you anymore. You have to start considering your significant other, family members, whoever. There's another party that has a say too, has feelings too. But you need to express how you feel, because right now you may have considered the other person's feeling telepathically in words, but you haven't really expressed it to them. They're not mind readers. You have to have that courage and say, hey, I made this decision a long time ago. Now I'm just including you. How do you feel about that? And go from there. And the outcome, which is good, which is the Queen of Michaels, which means is you know exactly what to do at the end of the situation. You benefit from experience. It's a time for your career rather than relationships. But as you make this decision, this decision comes from you being able to do what you've always done, but expressing to the other party, taking in their considerations, and then you know exactly what to do. As before, you weren't really clearly seeing things. But as you communicate to yourself and then you communicate to the other party, and you have that courage, then you're able to make that decision, and you're able to tweak a little bit of things that you didn't know how to tweak before on your own. You always have to have that other person to engage the conversation with. And by doing that, just gives you resilience and insight into the situation, where you're just like, no longer do you have to make decisions on your own. Thank God you have a partner to communicate with, and it gets easier. It's just harder when it's the first time doing it. Okay? So I hope you have an amazing January, and I will see you next month in February. Have a good one. Bye.